Depending on where you live, you might have heard different details surrounding Wednesday's shooting near Canada's Parliament Hill in Ottawa, Ontario.
The new information that we're getting is that there were numerous gunmen this morning at that war memorial.
I have a friend who's with the Ottawa Police Department, and I texted him a few minutes ago, and here's what he replied back.
Terror on Canada's Parliament Hill.
It's clear the situation is not over. It is clear that police are in a tense standby situation and continue to be on the lookout.
That last one was Peter Mansbridge from Canada's CBC. The first three were U.S. cable news channels Fox and CNN. All of them were covering the same hectic situation where a gunman who shot and killed a Canadian soldier later died in a standoff.
And often rumors start in a situation like this. We're trying to keep them out of our coverage, but when they come sometimes from official sources, like members of Parliament, you tend to give them some credence.
One gunman has been killed. One or more gunmen may still be on the loose. Right now, Parliament Hill in Ottawa on lockdown. An emergency situation on the steps of the War Memorial in Ottawa as well.
There's a noticeable difference in the way each network decided to cover the breaking news. CBC, with a slower delivery, reminded viewers multiple times it wouldn't report anything until it received confirmation. That stood in contrast to CNN's more fast-paced coverage, which seemed to try to get as much information on the air as possible. It didn't go unnoticed on social media either. Folks on Twitter were quick to point out the difference between the two. Media watchdogs at home did the same. Mediaite wrote that Mansbridge exemplifies the difference between US and Canadian breaking news. A writer at TV Newser lauded Mansbridge's coverage, saying it wasn't loud and urgent, it was quiet and somber, and as such it felt very, very important. It felt proper. And a television critic at the Globe and Mail took issue with the idea that CNN anchor Ashley Banfield, a Canadian herself, seemed to be painting the picture of a, quote, innocent Canada by insisting guards at Parliament Hill were unarmed, until a journalist she interviewed confirmed the opposite. Of course, that same critic was more or less criticizing all the breaking news coverage, even Canada's, saying it mostly failed. On the Media's Breaking News Consumer's Handbook gives several suggestions for monitoring breaking news coverage and point-blank refers to early network reports as often, quote, sketchy. It recommends skepticism of anonymous sources, outlets quoting other outlets, and any suspicious images that might be photoshopped. For Newsy, I'm Sebastián Martínez.